Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report from Illumina, a company known for its gene sequencing technology. It's kind of like they're reading the book of life, but hopefully this report isn't as dull as some books we've all been forced to read. Let's see if Illumina's financial health is as clear as their genetic insights, or if there are some hidden mutations we need to watch out for. Illumina held their annual meeting and it looks like it was pretty standard stuff with the usual votes, but there are a few details in this report that are interesting, especially when we talk about what all these votes mean for the people running the show and for the stock that they all own. Before we jump in, if you find value in turning complicated corporate reports into something easier to understand, make sure you subscribe. We've also got a Discord community. The link is in the description. This document is called a Form 8K. It's something companies file with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, when big things happen that investors should know about right away. It's like a corporate bat signal. In this case, it's about their yearly meeting and a few other important approval 5. Let's get right to it. This part of the report discusses some important decisions made at Illumina's annual meeting of stockholders. One key thing, the stockholders approved something called the Second Amended and Restated 2015 Stock and Incentive Plan. Basically, this is a plan that outlines how the company can give stock and other incentives to employees and executives. It's like a reward system to keep people motivated. If you want to dig into all the nitty-gritty details, this proposal in the proxy statement talks about it. But the main takeaway is that stockholders gave the thumbs up to this plan. This is all about the stockholders, you and me, if we own the stock, approving the way that the board will reward its key employees. This section gets into the specifics of what happened at the annual meeting. The company's stockholders voted on a few important items. First, they elected 11 people to the board of directors. These are the folks who are going to be steering the ship for the next year. The list includes Francis Arnold, Caroline Dorser, and several others. It's like picking your all-star team for the coming season. Next up, they ratified the appointment of Ernst & Young as the company's independent accounting firm for the year. Think of this as hiring the referees to make sure everything is fair and square with the financials. The stockholders also gave an advisory approval to the compensation paid to the company's top executives. This is a say-on-pay vote. It's a chance for stockholders to voice their opinion on whether the executives are being paid fairly. It's non-binding, meaning they can voice their opinion, but the board doesn't have to listen. Finally, they approved that Second Amended and Restated 2015 Stock and Incentive Plan we mentioned earlier. So let's see how the votes went. This will tell us how much the board is supported by shareholders and how well they pass these initiatives. For the election of directors, the votes were overwhelmingly in favor of each nominee. For example, Francis Arnold received almost 125 million votes for, with only about 5 million against. That shows a strong level of support from the stockholders. Generally, the board elections all went well, with no major pushback. The ratification of Ernst & Young as the accounting firm also passed easily, with nearly 129 million votes. For-sale shareholders don't seem to think that they are cooking the books. The advisory vote on executive compensation was also approved, though with a bit more dissent. About 115.6 million votes were for, while 11.5 million were against. It's still an approval, but it shows that some stockholders have concerns about how much the executives are making. They still passed the proposal, but with some investors expressing concern. And finally, the approval of the stock plan passed with 124 million votes for, so shareholders seem to believe in the stock incentive program. The final section is just a list of exhibits, which are additional documents related to the filing. The most interesting one is the Second Amended and Restated 2015. So what does all of this mean? Illumina seems to be running a pretty tight ship. The election of directors and the ratification of the accounting firm went smoothly, indicating that stockholders are generally happy with the company's direction and financial oversight. The fact that the executive compensation vote got some against votes isn't a huge deal, but it's something to keep an eye on. If those negative votes start to increase, it could signal a growing dissatisfaction among stockholders with how the company is rewarding its executives. It might mean executives get voted out, get less compensation, or get told to do a better job to earn their incentive packages. The approval of the stock plan is good news for employees, as it means they'll continue to have a chance to earn stock and other incentives. This can help keep them motivated and aligned with the company's goals. Overall, this report paints a picture of a company that's stable and well supported by its stockholders. But it's always important to keep an eye on those little warning signs, like the dissent over executive pay, to make sure things stay on track. Alright, that's our breakdown of Illumina's latest filing. What's your take on these votes and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.